What is going on, everyone? It is Monday, March 24th, 2025. I do apologize for the gap between my last video, but you know how things go. Life, work, everything just gets real busy, so I haven't really had a chance to even sit down and record anything. So I've been posting little snippets on my YouTube post and a little bit on Twitter or X. So if you've been following, you've seen that I've been active, just haven't been able to come up with a video. So still going strong, still have 20 PA accounts with Apex. Currently have 3 funded accounts with Tradeify. Actually just started those today. And then I have 2 more evals with Tradeify as well. All these are the 50K size accounts. I've kind of settled in on just doing the 50K accounts. They're easier for me to pass and get to a payout. So that's why I've been doing that. And with all the volatility recently, trading micros has been providing enough opportunity to make some money. So can't complain there. You can see this is just a snippet of my NinjaTrader Replicanto for all the accounts that were traded today. Tradeify, let's see, the eval 320 in one of the accounts, and the other one was down here at $70. I traded those 2 separately and just decided to call it for the day. It's taking a little bit longer to pass these 2. No worries with that. These 3 here are actually, they were the 50K growth eval that I picked up for about $90. And then once you pass, there's no activation fee. So I had a good first day, about $200 on each account there. You have to trade for 10 days. And once you get to $2,100, you can request a payout. So it's not out of the realm of possibility to get a payout after only investing $90. So I really like that size account. I know it's not their instant funding, but $90 is a really good deal. So I think it's 35% off their normal pricing. That ends the end of the month. So if you're interested in doing an eval phase, Tradeify has really good deals. They also have deals on their straight to funded if you want to skip the eval. So check them out. Seem to be a pretty legit company. Hoping to get to payout with them. Hoping to get to 5 funded accounts with them too. So got 2 more working on. Then down here is the 20 Apex accounts. This one that has $2,800 in it. They took out $750 this morning because one of my payouts got approved. So that's good. And then these other ones around 2,600, 2,300, and 2,690. I was an idiot last week and traded when I had payouts pending or under review, and I brought them below the threshold to get my payout. And yeah, that's just live and learn. Obviously I didn't blow the accounts, but it just set me back a little bit. So building those back up to where I can get a payout hopefully soon. So last Friday was a good reminder when just walk away when you're down small and stop trying to chase back. But it was also a really good step for me because I had my daily stop loss in, and I didn't try and get back into rhythmic and change things. I just walked away after I hit it. Some of the accounts were down like $500, which isn't fun, but it's, not the end of the world when you're down that amount. You can still have plenty of room. So I still have about a minimum around $2,000 buffer, I think, in each of the accounts. So plenty of room still to trade and get these to payout status. So pleased to have 20 PA accounts with Apex. They currently have the 80% off sale. So check them out if you're interested. These do have intraday drawdown, but once you get them up to, in the PA phase, once you get them above $2,600, that trailing drawdown stops following you and it's frozen. So I have more room with these accounts than I do with the others. So all good there. Check them out. I've gotten a couple payouts with them recently, and it seems like a lot of people are getting approved and getting payouts, no worries with Apex. So I'm back to totally no issues with using them right now. So here's what I've got going on. Oh, the next thing. My plan is once I get to 5 funded accounts with Tradeify, I am planning on adding Take Profit Trader to the mix. I've tried in the past, failed some accounts, blown some accounts. So I do want to get back into them. They have the 30% off with no activation fee. So currently, I think a 50K account runs you about $119, and that's all in. So that's a pretty good fee or pretty good cost, and you can have up to 5 accounts all at once. So they're next on the list. I'll trade those with the other ones, and hopefully we'll, have Tradeify, Take Profit, and Apex all stacked. So hope you guys have been trading well. I know it's been crazy. I've been really going back to mostly micros and 1 to 2 contracts actually for a lot of these days. So today on the micro NASDAQ, I actually just traded 1 contract, and I actually took a trade on micro gold too. I had a setup in there that worked out for a nice little win. But here you can see this is the 5-minute chart on the right hand side. We'll zoom in a little bit. So, I love the opening range. So this 5-minute first candle, I have it bracketed off so you can see the high and the low. And then I put this little fib on here so it shows me the 50% marking here. So I bracketed it off. Once we closed above it, I wasn't trying to get it long right away. I was waiting for it to come back and retest the 50%. Let's see if it will actually show yeah. And then I scalped a little bit later in the day, kind of playing for some ranges. Won some, lost some, but it ended up being pretty good overall. Got long here at 51.50, and then got back out at 73. So nice little 20 plus scalp trade in the morning, just based on the fact that we closed above that 5-minute opening range. Thought maybe, hey, if we test this 50% and we go higher. So I wouldn't have taken the trade if we didn't close above it. So what I'm looking for, what I've been doing on the last few trade setups, and I'm trying to gather more data on this. So this isn't the only thing I'm trading, but take, for example, last week, Friday, same sort of thing, put a 50% retracement on that opening range. If you get a candle that closes above the 5-minute range, I'm waiting for a 50% pullback, and then I have a 1-to-1. Go for that target or your stops here. And you can see it worked out there. And I've been just kind of monitoring this, going back and forth, and it looks to have a pretty good success ratio. Now this is a 6:30 a.m. West Coast time, so 9:30 a.m. candle. If you're wondering what 5-minute candle I'm bracketing off, that's what I'm doing. So you can see the last few days have all worked out, where if you would have just been patient, waited, boom. And let's see. I found that it's working pretty well currently on NASDAQ and gold. I know I don't trade a lot of gold, but that's where I'm at. Trading micros, obviously. So same thing here. You can see we closed below, tapped back in, but we would have got stopped out. But then we would have got a long entry because it closed above, hit back, boom. So that would have been a break-even day on the NASDAQ. Totally cool. Bound to happen. This one, you wouldn't have gotten a trade at all on this setup. That's also going to happen. So some days you're just not going to get anything. But that's one of the setups I've been really enjoying. Look at this day too. Same sort of thing. 5-minute candle, pops above, closes above, goes back to the 50%, boom. And then down here we close below, so I'm going to get short when it comes back. Boom. That would have been, you won 2 of your trades that day. So if you're interested for something that is just real easy, you can almost take it every day. You're not going to risk too much. This is something that has really been just kind of growing my accounts, and it's pretty stress-free. I don't have to wait for an indicator to just say anything. It says literally, do I have a 5-minute candle that closed above the range or one that closed below? Cool. I'll wait for a 50% retrace into the range and go either long or short. So that's one thing I've been doing. I've also been really looking at over here on this 15-minute time frame. I have overnight data turned off. So I just have the normal trading session, which I like. And I have the initial balance, this blue line. So that's the first hour price range. And then these yellow lines are basically the volume profile, the high, low, and then the little point of control is the red line. So a lot of times what I'm playing for actually is I'm looking for areas where, okay, price, I'm looking, how does it react to the day before? Is it respecting? So like here on this Friday, we had a nice open down, closed above VWAP, and then it hit resistance at the value area low from the previous day. And you could have rode that back down to the VWAP or whatever target you're looking for. So, and then I'm also, a lot of times I'll be looking, okay, these are targets now. I would be going back for that VWAP. So there's just gives you a little bit more detail on what to look for, how to trade it. And then a lot of times you can get to these areas and there's going to be quick initial scalps that you can get in and out of, 10 to 20 points pretty easily on the NASDAQ. But it's definitely been slowing my trading down, being a little bit more cognizant on what I'm doing, and it's been helpful. So I obviously had a rough day Friday where I just kind of got bored and started taking trades that really weren't meeting any of my setups, which is frustrating because I've done that in the past before and obviously blown accounts, but this time at least they were all salvaged and able to stay green. So that's where I've been, guys. As always, appreciate you checking out the channel. This platform is MotiveWave. I do have 2 screens, so this is like my main entry one. We're at the 15-minute and the 5-minute, and then off to the right, I have a large vertical screen that has several charts. I have like the ES, gold, and then I'm usually looking at either crude or the Russell or the YM for an extra chart to look at. But for my main trading, most of the time I'm doing NASDAQ ES. And occasionally, who knows, maybe I'll do a little bit more gold trades. It seems like it's respecting these setups too. All right, guys, that's enough. Hopefully I'll put some more posts out soon. As always, if you want to help support the channel, like, subscribe. And if you're looking for a discount code for prop firms, you can use the code SeanTrades. That will give you the best available discount. And leave a comment below if you have any questions or anything, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, take care.